But yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like Neo's been playing Far Cry 3 for me. I was gonna say it's gonna be just like Far Cry 3, you know, everything's super peaceful. We defeated the darkness or the light, or you know, we just really have to worry about the Empire. Why am I running right straight to the door? No, I'm trying to select the door, not the chocobo. Thank you. Um, you know, everything's fine, and oh, is it the same character? I didn't know that. I thought you got to like make a whole new character with that. Never mind.
Game Plus is just the same stuff, but
cool.
Harder, I think.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be exactly like me and Nia were talking about, where it's like everything's peaceful. We defeated the light, and then everyone's gonna get attacked or murdered by the Empire. I hope not. Hi, Tataru. I miss your Stormblood outfit when you wore a kimono because you looked adorable. Oh, also, Otter, I finally saw your reaction to Tataru's outfit when she's wearing the kimono, and I'm just like, it's just too funny because it's like, I think she looks adorable. Or looked adorable, I guess. Sure, I got plenty of sleep. I woke up at 7:30 in the morning today. Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Orzian Alliance though they say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dark. Now the Empire has shown no sign of movement, which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me about your time in the First. Well, let's see. It was super fun until we found out that, like, you know, Soylent Green is made out of Lightbringers. And then, we basically fought like a male version of Bran and Zorn and Thorn. That was cool, except it was like the gender bent form bender, you know, whatever the term is, and yeah. I mean, it was pretty fun. Still not as fun as fighting Sephiroth for the first time, and me going, oh, he's dead? And you going, no, he is not dead.
No, me just sitting there quietly chuckling to myself.
So fun. I was fighting Titania again, too. Of course, I could always try to play her synced, you know? Like, unsynced? I don't know. I can't talk today. Try to fight her one-on-one? Come on, I could probably do it, you know. Hey, Furfur.
Howdy, Furfur.
What was I going? Speak with Lamanin. I can't even read today. Names are confusing. Wait, where am I going? See, this is why mounts are easier. See, so hey Neo.
Bye.
How about I, Neo? It's been too long. Tataru did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest at your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. mean, this is kind of a spoiler for Final Fantasy 13 too or whatever, but I'm still waiting for what's his name to show up, voiced by Liam O'Brien, and be like, you cannot disturb the fates, because he like said that so many times during that game, because you can't mess with like the timeline or anything. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed capable hands. Heatherline, Neo, might I ask a favor of you when you return to the First? To tell Rin what I cannot. To tell her thank you. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Who was that? Riol, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not a peep out of him. It's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm gonna sneak over the border and see if I can get a signal to him from closer up. What if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking my way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. God knows there's enough shadows to hide in. I think in a previous Shadowbringers time, I gave him an Irish accent. I think, probably, I don't know. Nearly forgot. Krill's at the stones, and she wanted a word. Okay. You best head back, then. I'm sure it's important. This is so cool. Oh my goodness. Damn it. Oh, I'm so taking a screenshot right now of like this. It's for my desktop. I used to have Ramu's, like me and Neo were doing grinding stuff for our journals, and I always take the background of stuff. So 1 second. Boop. There we go. Then I can set it as my desktop background. I don't know what happened, but I somehow lost the Ramu picture for some reason. Very annoying. Boop. There we go. But yeah, of course the Crystarium area is like my favorite. Oh, I did not mean to fall down. Okay, first person view is not fun. Of course Crystarium is my favorite because, you know, because of all the purple trees and stuff. So pretty. And then, Kuagani is also a really good place. Just waiting for Neo because I think his cat is like something. My cat has been super annoying where she keeps like scratching at the back at the door. And so I'm wondering if maybe I need to get her like an actual scratching post and stuff like that. She hasn't really needed one that much. I'm also thinking about getting one that has like Velcro or something, and then like just, you know, there's the ones that you can just attach to the wall. Something about getting those. And then of course, she's been very weird where she's been sleeping on the kitchen floor the whole time, so I'm also thinking about getting her like little cabin and stuff. That was a really cool mount. Ooh, I forgot. I always do minion of the day with Neo. What is my minion of the day? Aww. It's the cute nutkin that protects Thancred's decency. So cute. And there's little flips. They're so adorable. You grab that for me because it's awesome. Me and you are both sick, and we just love this game so much, so we're just gonna play it through our sickness. I was talking about my favorite place, and I took a screenshot background, and then I played Minion of the Day, and I was saying I got the nutkin that protects Thancred's decency. Which I love after that part, when you see the pictures or whatever at the end of, like, that chapter, he's the, like, squirrel sitting on the bar. It's so freaking adorable. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped off. Just went off without you. I keep forgetting what these quests are.
That's Gunbreaker.
But is it, like, just a class quest, or? Okay. I'm very confused. There's too many quests. Oh, me and me already did that quest, which was not that fun. Totally professional. Are we getting voice acting? Ooh, voice acting.
Hi, Crew.
I'm always like, voice acting, yay!
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present?
Because they're gonna come out of the sleep thingy, right?
Is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time.
Okay, so what do we do to fix it?
Though I can but
Cold water,
speculate,
splash in the face. Wake up!
I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
Well, if you die in the Matrix, you
cannot say
die
for
in real
certain.
life, so I'm assuming it's
all
going to be the
territory
same
to us.
here.
Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening.
Okay, how do
Be
we
that as it
fix
may,
it?
It is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
Okay. No rest for the righteous, say. I gotta say it.
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Well, here's hoping. Hey, you, where are you? Oh. Hello, my love.
Hello.
Off to... Oh god, that's a lot of money. Oh, I was gonna do it. I didn't mean to click my map. I keep thinking about favoriting all these different places. That way I can find them easier on the teleport thingy.
I just scroll through them. I hit my teleport button and it's set to all, and I just kind of know where stuff is.
Okay. I know something that'll help. There we go. Now we can be as fast as the wind. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. My bad.
Mm.
Oh, no, I'm not.
That's
the 21.
Cycler,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's... Ah, Heatherlie, you've returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. Well, you know, everyone's soul is slowly corrupting. Instability, you know, the usual. You've returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution. Few of you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Krill and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Definitely. Probably. We've got to be able to save them, or I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
So we began to explain.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state. I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Oh. What was that for?
For being an idiot.
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
I just love how she didn't like smack him. She just walks up and flicks him.
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides.
Yeah, thank God,
This is
I'd
no
be
different
screwed.
from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured.
Like a Horcrux or something. Maybe.
One's oversight would, I believe,
I must become Shang Tsung. Your souls are mine.
conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
That looks like a lich boss that we're gonna have to
I have no objection to seeking a helping
like,
hand,
nope.
But if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to...
Sure, why not? I mean, our
If
fairy
their knowledge
mom
might
should be
feasibly
happy to
facilitate
help.
our return home, we have to try.
Fairy mommy.
Let's see. Lemonade, oysters. Let's go with lemonade. Why not?
Oysters on a half shell.
Ooh, a grand adventure. Grand Cosmos. That is the place we seek. Stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Oh, here we go with the orange. Let me see if I can do it in one breath. While the slow journey is thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white orosites, by thy leave, of course. The process requires no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of suitable vessel ere long. Okay, that was easy. I need him to be like super poetic and stuff like that. Okay. Hey. This is a lot of stairs. So I guess we're off to Fort Jog. That's the closest to our grand adventure. Off to Lakeland. Hey Dusty, thank you for the lure. I hope
Hey, Dusty.
Where are we off to? Actually, why don't I? Where's my? my mount. Ooh. Titan. Again, I don't know what it was, but weeks ago I was like addicted to just listening to Titan song like over and over and over and over again, like 60 times in a row. I do have those new chair mounts, those are freaking adorable. All the purple's so pretty.
How you doing over there, the real Bismarck?
Yeah. I was just thinking about the fact that I showed my mom the video of us checking out the islands, making theories that it was something. And I was like, and guess what? Yes. I can't believe it. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host familiars, and I expect their reception today to be no different. Which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right to it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations, where I should be most interested in meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As with any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they choose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can tease their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Sure, why not? Weapons drawn it is then. Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all, rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised, your minutes invariably improve when you have your lives around. What exactly are you implying? That I'm awesome? It's only natural that we'd be pleased to see her. Well, the only reason I am so awesome is because I want to be awesome for all of you people, and Neo especially. Of course, let's proceed to the palace. Can I change? Because
Yeah, okay.
Okay then. So we have a dungeon to do. Ooh.